Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're doing well. I've got a beer from Vocation, one of my favourite breweries up in Hebden Bridge up in Yorkshire, and this one has been recently released into Tesco. It is an Imperial Stout coming in at a massive 11.4% ABV. It's £5 a can from Tesco, and this is their Imperial Banana, described as a chocolate and banana stout. And like I say, coming in there, 11.4% ABV. The world's gone mad, didn't it? You're picking up 11.4% ABV stouts in supermarkets. What a time to be alive. From their barrel-aged series, chocolate banana stout, described as rich, decadent and smooth. Let's see what it says about the beer. An opulent double mash stout with intense notes of dark chocolate and banana, aged in oak barrels for added flavour, depth and complexity. Aged in oak barrels. Just oak barrels, nothing else that was stored in those barrels previously. This is the only issue I have with Vocation, is their barrel aged series. They're kind of vague on the barrels. You know, why are they aging them in an oak barrel? What difference does the oak make to a chocolate stout? What was previously in that barrel? And that's what I want to know. And how long was it in there for as well? Just says aged in oak barrels. Doesn't say how long and what was previously in that barrel. That's what I'd want to know. These beers explore the boundaries of barrel aging, complex flavour profiles, created in small batches from our brewery in Hebden Bridge. The brewery is just another factory making a product. It's our people and their passion that makes this our vocation. Store cool, drink fresh. This one's good till August next year, so it's pretty fresh. Ingredients. It's a really reflective can. It's hard to read it. What we got? Malted barley, wheat, oats. So it's going to have a creamy body to it. Let's get stuck in, shall we? Let's crack her open. So 440ml can, £5 each in Tesco. I mean, an 11.4% stout in any bottle shop is going to cost you double that. So I'm hoping for good things. I'm not always a massive fan of Vocation's darker beers, their barrel-aged stouts. I think Vocation are better with their lighter beers, their pale ales, their IPAs, things like that. Wow, I'm getting a really sweet banana-y aroma from here. Yeah, I want this to be good. I want to enjoy a dark Vocation beer. I think the last dark Vocation beer I had was their, what was it now? I've forgotten what it was now. Was it Banoffee? Banoffee, I had it just after Christmas. Beginning of the year I had it, the Banoffee one. And that was just crazy sweet. That's all I remember, it being crazy sweet. It was okay, but you could only sort of drink one of them. Going on the Aroma from here, I think this might be the same situation. But here it is. Hold it up to the lights. I'm not really seeing any light bleeding through that. There's no red bleeding through it. That is jet black with the headers gone on that, but as to be expected with an 11.5% ABV beer. But there's a teeny little bit, a bit of a rim round there. It's a tanned head on it, but the middle of it is just vanished. Bit of lacing on the glass. Let's get the snout in. Oh, blimey, that is just boozy bananas. That is literally just sugar, brown sugar, squished bananas, alcohol. I'm getting a bit of rum. I'm getting a rum influence on this. That to me smells like rum. Maybe this was aged in a rum barrel or an oak barrel that formerly had rum in it. I might be wrong. But I'm getting rum, banana, and brown sugar. That's what's coming out of me, not a lot else. Let's get stuck in. Cheers, everyone. Oh, wow. Goodness me. Goodness me, that is so sweet. I tell you what, the aroma is boozier than the flavour. Yeah, sometimes you taste on some of these big Imperial stouts, barrel-aged stouts, and you get a big boozy kick to it. There's no real boozy hit to it. It's slightly warming, don't get me wrong. There's a little bit of heat now developing in my chest. But that is just all sweetness, chocolate, banana. That is proper sweet. This is not for me. I say that now. I like an Imperial stout. I like a barrel-aged stout. But I'm just not getting any of the barrel character, any of the oak character on it. I've had barrel-aged stouts, Imperial stouts from other brewers that have said, you know, it's been aged in bourbon barrels, you know, things like that, and you get that smokiness, you get that oakiness. It adds to the character of the beer, and I think it brings out the other elements to it as well. With this beer for me is just a little bit one-dimensional. It's boozy as hell, of course it is. It's banana-y, it's sweet, it's a dessert beer. And I just want a bit more complexity. I just want a bit more complexity from a barrel-aged beer. And I don't think it's wrong for me to expect that. It's just big banana. There's a bitterness of dark chocolate, but it's subtle and it's very upfront. It's all dark chocolate, banana. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. I'm genuinely not sure I'm going to be able to finish this. I will. I'll let it warm up a bit. I've got it quite cold at the moment, but I'll let it warm up a little bit. I'll see what else I get from it. But at the moment, to me, this seems a very one-dimensional stout. It's boozy as hell. It's really boozy. It's really banana-y. There's a bit of chocolate in there. In fact, if anything, the chocolate is slightly more subtle than I thought it might be. But yeah, it's there. Chocolate. The bananas, it's really strong. It's really strong, that sort of banana. It's like the banana sweets, those foamy banana sweets that you get. They do like pink shrimps as well, don't they? But the yellow ones, the yellow banana ones, it reminds me of eating them. It's so sweet. I keep saying the same thing, aren't I? But yeah, it's so sweet. It's bang, sugar, banana, dark chocolate, slight bitterness of dark chocolate, and they clash for me. It clashes. It's like I say, there's oats in the brew that makes it slightly creamy. I think I would prefer it if they hadn't have added the oats, to be honest with you, because the flavour combined with that oats in the oats and malts gives it body. And it makes that sweetness kind of stick to your palate. It's just not balanced enough for me. There's just not enough complexity to it. It's a very one-dimensional, very overly sweet, desserty type stout. And I don't think I'm going to finish it. I'm going to let it warm up and see if it becomes a bit more desirable on my own palate. But I can't see it. For me, it's just another disappointing stout from Vocation. Like I say, when it comes to pale ales and IPAs and whatever, there's very few breweries that can touch them. But for me, their stouts just ain't up so much. That is not there. For me, my own personal taste, this is just not their speciality. I think this is just a very sweet, boozy mess. That's how I'm going to describe it. It is not for me. If you like massively sweet stouts, Matt, if you've got a serious sweet tongue, or a sweet tooth, should I say? I don't know where sweet tongue came from. If you've got a sweet tooth and you like a chocolatey stout, this might be one for you. But when a beer is 11.4% ABV and it's got, you know, barrel aged written all over it, I do expect something slightly more complex, slightly, yeah, something just less, not one-dimensional. There needs to be elements to it. It needs to be doing things. It needs to be taking my taste buds into different places, and it just doesn't do it. It's all bang, sugar, banana, dark chocolate, all at once. And then there's a bit of warmth from the 11.4% afterwards. It's just not great for me. Bosh, there. So sweet. Almost gives off a slightly toffee vibe as well. We're getting a bit of a banoffee feel, a bit of caramel there. But goodness me, it's too sweet. It's way too sweet for me. I'm going to stop there. I just don't like it. It's just not for me. I don't even... It would have been nice if they'd have said how long it was barreled for, how long the aging process had been. But they're giving nothing away. So you kind of left guessing. You're kind of left guessing, which I don't like. I like to know what's gone into it, how long it's been in a barrel, if it's been barreled, what was in that barrel previously. Yeah, it's just not for me. It's not for me. I appreciate it, the effort. I love Vocation. I don't want to knock them, but it's not my cup of tea whatsoever. I definitely won't be drinking this again. I definitely won't be buying it again. But you've got to try these things once, right? I'm going to give it... I mean, my scores ain't worth nothing anyway, but I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. It's just way too sweet. It's way too sweet for me to really enjoy it. I'll let it warm up and see what it does, but I'm not expecting much. If you had this one, let me know. Leave your comments below. I'd love to know what everyone else is thinking about this one. But it's crazy sweet for me. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Until my next one, you take care.